Hey guys, welcome to my first video on my channel. I've decided to name it after my namesake clone, CT5597. A few things for you guys to know about me, just really quickly. I'm extremely passionate about all things Star Wars, which is probably the main thing that you guys should know. So I've just decided to start making some videos on some theories and other bits and pieces that really intrigue me within the Star Wars universe. So I hope you enjoyed the journey with me. But to get into today's video, it has to do with one of the series I'm most looking forward to, which is the Ahsoka series. I made a post sharing my brief thoughts about this on my Instagram recently, and you guys seemed in favour of me creating a video to discuss this in a bit more detail. So here we are, I guess. Rumours were circulating 2 months ago that Hayden Christensen had been seen wearing the same outfit from the famous Revenge of the Sith battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and that this was created as though there was a Marvel What If alternative scene done to show what the outcome could have been had Ahsoka fought Anakin instead. Now, I don't even need to begin to tell you guys, this has me all kinds of excited already for the season to start, as we get Hayden back as Anakin, which means the absolute world to me. I won't go into too much detail as to how this scene could occur, as that can be saved for another video, and the point of today's video is more so to discuss how the fight would unfold. However, some possibilities are the world between worlds, or even a bit of a dream vision sequence. I also want to quickly say I'll only focus on the events in the battle in this video, and not so much as to how it could possibly begin, such as Obi-Wan sneaking onto Padme's ship. Would Ahsoka do the same, or would Ahsoka just fly there solo? Because that's another factor that could come into it and, influence Anakin's jealousy. Now, one of the big discussion points I want to go into is the fact that I truly believe that Obi-Wan and Ahsoka are the only two who can defeat Anakin/Vader, however you want to look at it. Now, obviously, end of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin was stronger than Kenobi and Ahsoka, no question. But his arrogance and emotion, also not to mention how well Ahsoka and Obi-Wan knew his moves through training with him for years, would lead him to be insanely even in combat with these two. Obi-Wan defeated him in Revenge of the Sith, and also at the end of the Kenobi series, obviously. However, Ahsoka also got the best of him at various points in that famous Rebels episode, most notably by revealing Anakin's face by slicing half of his helmet. I think best possible opportunity to defeat Anakin, though, was on Mustafar at the end of Revenge of the Sith, as Anakin was still battling Vader for who would have the majority control. I believe that Anakin could be drawn out of Vader later down the track by these two, as seen in Rebels and Kenobi, but Mustafar was the best opportunity for it. After all, he still believed Padme was alive. Another big point that I'm not sure has been touched on much by others in the Star Wars community yet, at least from what I've seen, is the high ground. Now, just to quickly cover some lore, if you've ever wondered why shortly before the high ground moment, Anakin could jump 50 meters as the structure was falling down the lava fall, yet he only decided to just jump over Obi-Wan when he clearly could have cleared him much further and taken the high ground himself. It all came down to his arrogance. Anakin wanted to use the exact move Obi-Wan used when defeating Maul in The Phantom Menace, as he'd quizzed Obi-Wan on the moment, as well as programming a training droid to appear and fight like Maul in his days training in the Jedi Temple. Defeating Kenobi using his own move was the goal for Anakin, so he tried it, against Obi-Wan's advice. In saying all this move was specific to Kenobi though. This had nothing to do with Ahsoka. So if there was a high ground moment, what would happen? It would depend on who was in control at the time. If Vader was in control, he would jump far further than her up the lava bank and defeat her. However, I can't see Vader taking control at that point over Anakin. Yes, he had felt abandoned by Ahsoka, but there wasn't any jealousy towards her, as there was with Obi-Wan, which led to his arrogance, which eventually led to his defeat. Now, shortly before the high ground moment, when Anakin and Obi-Wan were dueling and having dialogue at the same time along the lava river, a lot of the dialogue had to do with Anakin losing trust, losing faith in the Jedi Council, which is where I think Ahsoka would have that ability to get through Vader and connect with Anakin, as she had also lost faith in the Jedi Council, whereas Obi-Wan was still a devoted and loyal member. Ahsoka would truly be able to help Anakin survive outside the Jedi Order, as he wouldn't believe he would have anywhere to go after all the destruction he had inflicted. This also opens up other avenues for theories as well, such as if Ahsoka battled Anakin, would Obi-Wan have then gone to help Yoda fight Palpatine? Or do they wait, go in as a group of 4, and then the Emperor's brief all together? A far less likely one, but one worth mentioning, I think. I digress for now, as we can discuss this in future videos. To summarise, I believe if Ahsoka was to battle Anakin at the same time Obi-Wan did in Revenge of the Sith, knowing all we do now, how their relationship developed, in the Clone Wars series, I think Ahsoka would have had a far greater chance of bringing Anakin back. Anakin wasn't jealous of her, the arrogance wouldn't have been there, and she also would have been able to connect on a deeper level with him as they'd both lost faith in the Jedi Council. These are just my thoughts though, and I truly cannot wait to see this in live action later this year in the Ahsoka series. Rosario Dawson has done an outstanding job portraying her in live action so far, and I also can't wait to see what Savannah Stein brings to the table in flashbacks to younger Ahsoka. It's definitely going to be an emotional series with moments that will hit with similar effect to Obi-Wan briefly being able to connect with Anakin in the Kenobi series. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and if you have any questions, it would be awesome to answer them, or even make further videos discussing them if needed. Until next time though, may the Force be with you.